I don't think it's any secret that I'm well behind the YouTube 8-ball. If you want to know about liberal backbenchers, you come see the Don. But I found out who Smosh was like 2 weeks ago. Recently, a lot of people have been telling me about Trisha Paytas. She's a promising young lass with a bright future ahead of her, and I hear that she's extremely intelligent. So let's find out together, shall we? Because, honestly, so many girls have come up to me and said, if you like The Bachelor, check this out.
You know why I vote for Joe Biden?
Because of Michael Keaton?
No, he quoted Hamilton.
Oh,
did you see that?
Don and Don.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. He said that in his speech at the debates.
Oh man, all these chicks were like, this is way better than The Bachelor already. If chicks from The Bachelor knew who Joe Biden was.
You know that it comes from before Hamilton, right?
Well, everything comes before Hamilton because he got it all from history books. Like, it's all historically accurate. So are you telling me it's like probably a quote from somebody?
It's an important quote.
There's really nothing you can add to this. I feel like the sound guy that is in the background going, what do you say to someone who says, Hamilton the musical is like totally accurate? He was like Puerto Rican, right? It's not as dumb as Sky News, but it's getting there.
Do you want a president that believes in science?
I'm more faith-based.
You could give or take.
I love my Jesus, and he is the ruler of everything. He controls everything. It's all up to him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Joe Biden's an idiot. No, his constituency are idiots, and so he has to lower himself down to that level. In order to become emperor of the world, you have to become a dimwit. No wonder China is eating us alive. There would be no one worth as much money as Trisha Paytas in China that is that stupid. But in America, in order to become emperor of the free world, you must impress the TikTok class. This is really starting to scare me. I am as worried about Fox News' feigning power as Fox News is. How much worse is the future?
You should watch God's Not Dead starring Kevin Sorbo. It makes some really good pieces against scientists who try and deny God and his existence.
You know what else I just noticed about her? She is what would happen if you got Michael Jackson's face and then stretched it out in Photoshop for a thumbnail. No wonder she's so popular online. You don't have to do anything to her face to get clicks. I do like that. I do see a lot of makeup gurus with that same kind of face of like, whatever. It's like a statue that talks. You throw anything at it. Chris, just throw undies at me. I blinked. That's too much expression.
I have no reason, no evidence to believe in God. So it's not that I'm saying God doesn't exist. It's just saying I have no reason to even consider this a possibility.
I don't think so. I think that's something else. I think atheists like literally deny God. Like, God does not exist. Like,
kind of describing more agnostic.
Yeah, agnostic atheism. Sorry, yeah. Some atheists are douches.
Atheists
I agree.
are hardcore, yeah.
You know what's so disturbing about them sitting there saying, yeah, but I think God is atheist? There's really not that much difference between their conversation and that trend in the mid-2000s of all these like professors and sitting there with a clergyman. The accent, that's pretty much it. Well, I'm not saying that God doesn't exist. I'm saying provide me with evidence. Well, that's the whole point. You have to have faith. Ah, yes, some more ecclesiastical analysis with Trisha Paytas' rating my Jew lunch. Now we're getting to the meat of the argument.
Hey guys, so today we went to the Israeli market. This is part 3. This is the finale in the trilogy.
A trilogy? Just 3? Also starting with, hey guys, followed by, so. Well, that's just like getting a left and a right hook in the face, isn't it?
And we got stuff for Rosh Hashanah, but we also got stuff to eat for lunch. I'm going to be rating my Jew lunch. This is the first time having this kind of Jew food, and I'm really, really excited. I, of course, tried it with my Israeli boyfriend. So this was like a falafel thing from the Falafel on Wheels, and honestly, it was really, really good. It had like coleslaw and like a special...
It's so good. I don't know anybody else online who talks that fast apart from Ben Shapiro, and I really think the difference between her and Ben is that Ben went to Harvard. That's it. How much would Ben Shapiro approve of that shirt and lunch? Well, I reject the notion that the scale should stop at 10. I would have given it a 12 out of 10 if I could.
This was aloe vera drink, and I did not like the little skin chunks in there, so I gave it a 2 out of 10.
I hate that too, Trisha. Thanks for sharing.
The next thing I tried was this like malabi, and honestly, 100 out of 10. This was so...
She's even surpassed Ben Shapiro's mark. 100 out of 10. Well, that's more than 12, isn't it, Trish?
Fucking good. The texture was literally like just lard. It was amazing. Okay, these were like bugles in America.
Isn't it incredible that in the 21st century, one of the most highly paid skills there is the ability to speak without thinking about what you're going to say? How dominant of a species do you have to be before you can do that? No, not wood chopping, not building shelter, any of that. It's just the ability to do this and just say whatever's at the top of your head and just do it really fast so that my microphone's pink. Yay! Can I do $10 million? No, that's too little. $50 million a year.
Is that the Friendly Jordies podcast?
Yes it is. That's what I'm saying. Get in on this scam. GameStop this shit.
If I'm a little off today, I did take a Xanax and a coffee before, so I don't know if I'm up or down. So I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm up or down. I think I'm okay.
I felt anxious. Now I'm sad. Life is too easy in the West. The other saving grace that I thought about Trisha when I first saw her was, okay, she might not be the most worldly human being, but she looks like that she's down with her emotions. But she can't even tell if she's happy or sad. Dogs can figure that out.
Man-made climate change? Carbon in the air?
Carbon what? Monoxide or dioxide?
Topping this face with this face. You're weird. What the hell is that? That is not fucking some makeup artist.
I don't know
You missed
this.
the memo on climate change?
Is it gonna happen in my lifetime? Because I don't have kids.
Isn't it incredible? Like, isn't there an amazing irony of the fact that there are probably children in North Sentinel Island that have figured out, not as many fish. And they probably have more of an idea of climate change than Trisha Paytas. But she is so removed from the world in her bubble of internetdom that the world doesn't concern her at all. She doesn't care if climate change is happening. Having said that though, she does trigger Junkie, so I'm very happy for her to stay famous.
Are you sure you want everyone to vote? Because sometimes when I went, I was like, I'm kind of dumb at some of these things. Maybe I shouldn't be voting.
See, she gets it. I've been trying to say it for years. Democracy doesn't work. And she is telling you exactly why. Because her vote is worth as much as a climate scientist's. Just think about that and we'll laugh at her more.
How do you go through life and not know about climate change? You know, the earth
Why don't you tell me?
The ice is melting, the sea is rising.
But what does that even have to do? Like, okay, the ice melts, then what happens?
Just the self-awareness that she has of like, I'm literally stupid. I shouldn't have a vote. There should just be a dictator over the top of me. In fact, I'm just going to put an invisible dictator over the top of me. I think she's the genius of her circle. Do you think if Jeffree Star was offered the presidency, he would have the narcissism to think, oh, well, that sounds cool. I think I've definitely grown a lot as a person in the last year. Or James Charles, hey sister brother, so I thought because it's inauguration day and that's like a totally patriotic day or whatever, that I do like a star-spangled banner on my face. Is that weird? Alright, in the next one she is in a sexy IDF number. How many times do you think Avi Yemeni's jacked it to her?
Happy Rosh Hashanah. It's a great time to be a Jew because we're no longer in 2020 and it's a new year.
What is that logic? It's specifically good for Jews because it's a new year. Who is it not good for? Just the Chinese because they're celebrating it in February? I don't understand the logic. Is there any logic? It's not, is it? It's just, everything this is coming out of my mouth now and this is just the truth.
Sweet things in the future. I want sweet, sweet loving and a sweet, sweet ass. Not a problem.
I don't know anything about Jewish tradition, but am I to assume that you're supposed to pour honey on an apple and then make a wish for what you want for that year? And she wanted, an ass. Well, I want you to continue making, as the kids say, fire content, Trish. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Let's just see what this tastes like. I'm sure it tastes not medieval at all. There's probably a lot sweeter gifts out there now, but let's try it. Probably shouldn't have used Manuka honey. And definitely probably should have chosen an apple that wasn't a month old. Ugh. So floury. I should have just eaten the honey and a bag of flour. It was exactly the same. Well, that was a very exciting deep dive into a new segment that we like to call Trying to Fish in a Completely Foreign Demographic. Let's hope that worked. Make sure that you like this video so it kind of reaches them, I guess. Subscribe as well. And make sure that you leave a bunch of comments and say, oh my god, I can't believe he doesn't believe in climate change, which, let's be honest, was my reaction as well, so I don't know why I'm paying that out. And if you liked that, stick around, kiddies, because we've got something that's just as cringe, and that is the Nationals handling of the Murray-Darling. Stay tuned.
Please share and comment below. Comment.